Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Bradley number 6324-67. This is a countertop mounted soap dispenser. It's a bit of a less common unit for us to sell, not because it's, of the 4-inch sort of spout length. That's incredibly common. Then what makes it uncommon is the stainless steel globe or soap vessel or soap container that is the dash 67 part of the part number. So the 6324 is going to give you 4-inch. Okay. But when you add the dash 67, it says two things. Well, 6324 is 4-inch and 16 ounce. When you add the dash 67, that plastic globe is going to become the stainless steel 16-ounce unit. Okay. There is a link below this video to a document called Installation Instructions, which are included, actually. They're not exactly correct, though, for the dash 67 model. And let's just jump to that really quick, because it might become obvious. First of all, the 67 is going to have the threaded female receiver for the top of the container, where the threaded post will directly thread into, whereas standard units feature the bottle adapter that's here for plastic soap container only. If it is included with your item, and it possibly is, but not always, you will discard it. You will put it aside. If you have any plastic models on your project or in your facility, keep that piece. You never know when you might need it. So the installation instructions are really simple and straightforward. If it is a new installation, you're going to want to be sure that you are, well, drilling the hole in the right place. So the installation instructions, let's jump into those at this time. Provide a 1-inch diameter hole in the basin at the location where the soap dispenser is desired. You're going to want to make sure that this is over your bowl. You're going to want to make sure that this clears any type of berm that occurs on your sink. Okay, you're going to want to be careful to drill that correctly and obviously straight. In step 2 in the installation instructions, insert the shank into the hole and secure the shank with the neoprene washer, steel washer, and wing nut provided. Now, the way that they are specifically showing this is that both of these are directly underneath the countertop. I have always installed these with the rubber washer, the neoprene washer, underneath this portion here. I want a little bit of cushion between this and the top of the countertop. Their installation instructions are calling that you put it below. I put it above. I have not experienced any problem in doing so. Then this apparatus goes through. Your steel washer comes up. Your wing nut comes up. And obviously you're going to be able to accommodate a serious amount of thickness for the vanity, so much so that I won't even bother measuring it. I've never had somebody tell me that they needed a longer shank on this. So there's your installation. Now, the only other thing that you're going to have in the package is the stainless steel soap vessel with a set screw. You're going to obviously bring that up, and what people do is they will rotate that all the way, or thread it all the way on, so that the set screw sits into this grooved area here. Now, what I don't like about this is that the hose from the factory is already far too long. Okay, so what I do, and what I have done, is I've trimmed it a little bit, and I will always give it a bird's mouth at the end. This does not have a bird's mouth. If this were to bury into the side, sucking up the soap is kind of restricted, so I will literally cut a bird's mouth, just a bird's mouth into that very carefully. And I do like to trim it just a little bit so there's not a serious amount of hose that's down there. Anyway, then you just bring this up, you tighten your set screw, and you're done. You never remove this to refill this, and the last final thing that you'll have is the spanner wrench, and that's when you're going to do the refill. The spanner wrench will go into the notches that you see there, wherever they're positioned, and they will allow you to unthread That's a little bit tight because it's crimped over. That mouth is a little bit bent over, so we're going to bend those straight before getting it to the client. Anyway, this conical escutcheon unthreads, and what happens then is your assembly comes out. Okay, all this stays in the countertop. You're going to do your refill procedure with a funnel and your soap, but before you do that, if you want to get a orders of magnitude more life expectancy, you will engage in flushing the unit out with warm water. Warm water inside, and then cycle it. Cycle it 200 times. The soap valve that's inside of here is cleansed out, and it really helps prevent the buildup of coagulated, old, dried out soap that's in there, and that's really why these units fail, and then people end up spending a not insignificant amount of money to replace the spout mechanism, which is available from Bradley. But I've known people that religiously maintain their units, and they're 10 years in and the stuff still works really good. So do that. Take your time and do that. So after you flush, okay, funnel, soap refill. Obviously bring your hose back. Well, of course, it's like this. Bring your hose back down and in. Seats down, thread it by hand. Be sure not to cross thread it. Definitely don't want to cross thread it. Okay, there we go. Okay, then of course your wrench just to finish and tighten it off. That's all there is to it. So below this video is the link to the installation instructions, which we have completely gone over. Yep, there's nothing else to cover there. There is a link below this video to a document called Technical Data Sheet. And that technical data sheet is handy because it allows you to see the specifications of the item in a very clear and straightforward sort of single page view. Gives you the details on the plunger and spout. Stainless steel, requires less than 5 pounds of force, obviously, to be ADA compliant. The escutcheon is heavy chrome plated brass, that's here. The shank is ABS plastic. Valve cylinder, valve components, plastic globe, should yours be the plastic globe version. A definition of operation: to press piston for measured amount of liquid soap. Fills from top by unlocking and withdrawing the piston. That just is a very technical amount of describing how the valve works. I could skip that. Important that you're dealing with a soap as defined. Bradley liquid soap valves operate best with any vegetable or coconut oil hand soap having a 10 to 15% soap concentration. You can see how your part number changes based on the capacity of the unit and also whether or not it is a plastic globe or the stainless globe. There's a specification in the lower left-hand corner, and that's handy if you're an architect or a specifier. You want to be able to tell your general contractor, your distributor, your sub, whomever, this is what I'm looking for. And that will, quite frankly, tie it back to Bradley quite accurately. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the full-line Bradley catalog and review all things what we call Division 10 or commercial bathroom equipment from Bradley. I'm partial to Bradley, and it's because I believe that they have, they have excellent quality material. This I know. They have very fair prices. Their material, while there's almost always a lead time involved, their material is always well worth the wait, is what I find. They generally aren't the best at just shipping stuff out, although they sometimes can. There's generally a lead time. But the quality of the material is, in my opinion, superior. The value is equal or better than. And if you're considering an entire facility, quite frankly, I'd give Bradley a very long and hard look. And if you had a project that allowed you the time and you're going to do soap dispensers, get one of these from Bradley, get one from other competitors, and just simply test them and see what you like best. I think you'll find that Bradley is the brand that you might opt for if you do the blind challenge. If you have any questions on the Bradley 6324-67, soap dispenser with a stainless 16-ounce capacity globe or any other Bradley product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.